to another episode of the Small Ball Podcast. Alongside me is Trevor Mickulin. We got Andy behind the camera. I'm Christian Dennis. Scott Ayers, the engaged man, is no longer here. And we have the NBA season starting tomorrow, Trevor. We have finally made it. I feel like we were Moses wandering through the wilderness. And we finally, Moses never got to see the promised land, but
he saw it from a hill, I believe.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah, and then he died. And this is where we're at. We're on the hill. Will we die? Hopefully not.
We got NBA basketball tomorrow night. 2 big market games for the most part, but it's refreshing. We're going to have something to do every night for the rest of the NBA season.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone knows the real season starts on Wednesday.
Right.
Tuesday is just like, hey, we'll throw something on for all those casuals out there. But for us NBA sickos, Wednesday, even Thursday, the Kings don't even play till Thursday. Right. We have to wait 2 days of NBA basketball before we get to see our team.
Right. Yeah. Wednesday is going to be great. I'm going to be watching Wizards games. I'm going to be watching Pacers games. I'll be watching Portland games even. I like Portland's roster. There's so much to be excited about heading into this NBA season.
One matchup that I am just kind of drooling over.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nets versus Atlanta Hawks.
Wow.
4:30 tip-off time. That's going to be amazing to watch. Is Ben Simmons going to be good?
Yeah.
That's what I'm watching for.
Ben Simmons, you got the storyline of number 1 pick in the draft playing for the Hawks. Can Trae Young lead a team on his own? There's storylines in that game.
Gosh, I just cannot wait. Well, let's get into just straight up predictions for night 1. We're just going to look over. I know it's mainly some big market teams. We got the Knicks versus the Celtics in the first game, and then we got the Wolves playing the Lakers. Who do you think is going to win both games?
Yeah, I think Knicks versus Celtics. I have been so impressed with the Knicks front office this offseason. We are a small market podcast, but shout out to the Knicks, man. They made some moves. They were aggressive and super impressed. I think that going into the season, they have a lot of momentum behind them. The vibes are high in New York City. So I got New York taking night 1 against the reigning champs, the Boston Celtics. I do. And then if we're talking Minnesota, LA, give me Minnesota. LA, they're buns. They're washed. JJ Redick needs time to adapt as a coach. And Ant's got a fire under him this season.
Yeah. I disagree with you when it comes to the Celtics versus the Knicks. Knicks, they're just a little too new. They're too fresh. The Celtics are a well-oiled machine. They're going to come in like last year, never finished. They're just going to keep steamrolling teams, and I think the Knicks are going to be their first victim. And then with the second game, you got to give me the real Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh.
Yeah, people forget. Minnesota was the real Lakers, and then They just took that franchise away from him.
Yeah, that's true.
But Anthony Edwards is coming out with a vengeance. He clearly has some goals that he wants to accomplish. Getting to the Western Conference Finals is just a taste, but no one's going to talk about that. It's all about, can you get to the next level? And he seems to take on the challenge every year.
Let me ask you this with Ant. What is Ant's ceiling this season? No more. Cat is no longer a teammate. He's kind of got the keys to the car. He's driving it on his own. How good can he be this year? What's the ceiling statistically?
I feel like he needs to elevate his game even more. Obviously, Cat being gone, there's some limited 3-point shooting that is on the team now. The spacing isn't going to be as great without Cat, but I just think that this trade in the offseason is Minnesota putting all their eggs in Ant's basket and say, dude, you are our guy. There's no question of like, oh, is it Cat or is it you? It's fully you. And so, we're going to lean on the fact that you're a dog, and we're going to have you continue that mindset and try to lead us to, Western Conference Finals and further. I think that the Wolves, I like the Wolves trade, honestly, because their bench was terrible last year. There was just no offense when Ant was on the bench, and I think Dante provides a little bit of a spark with that. And then people forget Julius Randle was an All-NBA guy like 2 years ago. Yes, he's kind of a powder of sorts, but he's a really good NBA player, and I think that his production on the Wolves is going to make a lot more sense for how the team is constructed than what it was with the Knicks last year.
I don't know about that. I think I'm more on the camp that I didn't like the trade than you are. I know that you actually think the Wolves are going to be better this season. So I'm not there. I think that the trade does not help them. But I will say this. The trade opens up opportunity for Ant to take another step. He's at the point of his career where he is a star. There's no doubt about it. His personality is as good as they get in the NBA. But there is another level that he can get to. There's another level that other guys are at that people believe Ant could get to. This trade opens the door and kind of makes it, hey, this season, this is when you're going to take this jump. This is when you're going to become, in the discussion for one of the best players in the NBA. He's not there right now. Like when we're talking about top 1, 2 players in the league, it's always Luka, Jokic, LeBron, KD maybe. Ant's not there. This season, there's potential for him to enter into that if he ups his level of play.
Do you think he's the best shooting guard in the league right now?
Man, that's tough. I feel like even with last season, it's between him and Book or Donovan Mitchell even, those three. I need more consistent, or I need to see it again this season for me to put him at number 1. I don't think I would either give it to Book or Mitchell.
Yeah, I think I would give it to Book right now, but I mean Donovan and Anthony Edwards definitely make it more of a conversation, this year, and the fact that Donovan is staying with the Cavs and Darius Garland is healthy. I think that's gonna be a really fun team to watch and see, because the Cavs last year were injured so much that we didn't really get to see the full extent of what they could be. So excited to see them and see if, Darius Garland can help elevate, running the show in Cleveland. But
yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting to watch to see who's going to end up being the best guard in the league.
Yeah. I think we should talk league pass teams.
Absolutely. I'm excited to watch the Hornets because LaMelo Ball is healthy. LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller are super fun. They're always going to be the first game, too. Whenever the Hornets are playing at home, when you get home, that's the first game that's on. So it's just going to be easy to just toss on a Hornets game. I think they're going to be really fun. And then, too, they're going to get a lot of national TV time, but I am interested to see Memphis Grizzlies play. I'm not as high as most of the media is on the Grizzlies. I don't think that they can just come back and be a top team in the West like they were 2 years ago, because the West is way better than it was 2 years ago. So it's just, I don't think it's that easy for them to be a top team in the West. But I am interested to see Ja back, see how Edie plays. Jaren Jackson Jr. is already hurt. So
it's a minor injury.
It's a minor. He's always hurt, man. It's probably going to be 3 injuries this year from him.
Yeah, it's annoying. Okay, the Hornets. I was not expecting that from you.
I'm an NBA sicko.
You are, dude. You are. I am going to go with the Houston Rockets as my league pass team. They have so many players, so many fun players, a lot of young guys that have steps that they can take, and I'm excited to see what guys are the ones that are going to take that step. Right now it's looking like Cam Whitmore's prime for a huge season. Is Jabari Smith Jr. going to take a step? Is Amen Thompson legit? Is Reed Shepherd good? Is Jalen Green worth the contract that he signed today? Is Şengün worth the contract that he signed today? There is so much around Houston's team that I'm excited to see how it unfolds one way or the other. So that's one team. And then if I'm going to pick a big market team to go alongside that, I'm going with the New York Knicks for obvious reasons.
Yeah, they'll be fun to watch. I liked watching them last year, and then they'll just be, even better this year. So a lot of fun teams out there. I mean, there's some intrigue to see how the Bucks do this year with a healthy team. Another they got an actual full summer under Doc Rivers, and see if that adds any improvement. What's going on with the Pelicans? Are they starting Herb Jones at the center position? Is that going to be a success, or is that going to be a massive bust? Also, too, BI, what's happening with him? So can Zion get to his all-star caliber playing type? So there's a lot of things to watch for there. But it's definitely going to be a really fun season. There's going to be a lot of early predictions and a lot of blown out ideas of what teams are going to be. But 82 games, it's a long season. One team could start off really hot and then it just crash and burn. So excited. I'm stoked to watch the Kings.
Yeah.
The preseason was terrible for us. We lost every game, some games by 20. But I saw an interview with Mike Brown, and he was like, yeah, we were just running one play the whole time, which is their flow play. So it's just like very loose play in the flow of basketball. So like hearing that, I was like, oh, thank God. Like I was worried. I was really worried for a second because it was like we just lost to the Blazers by 20, and we played our starters most of the time.
Right. Yeah, it goes both ways. It's like if we went undefeated in the preseason, I'd be fired up. I'd be like, okay, that's a good sign.
Right.
And then if we go what we did, we didn't win a game. I'm gonna side on it's preseason. It's not that big of a deal. So either way, you could find a safe place.
Someone told me something that made me feel really good about myself. Is they said that the year that the Detroit Lions went 0-16, they won every preseason game.
Yeah, that's got.
So we're gonna go 82-0.
Yeah, yeah, right. We started the season 0-4 a couple years ago. The Beam team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to watch some Kings basketball.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
All right, so we have a special guest today. His name is Ryan. Ryan, why don't you come on down?
Ryan Andrews,
That's
roommate, Kansas City native. Welcome to the show.
Close to it. Thanks for having me on. Excited to be here.
Ryan, tell the fans a little bit about yourself in terms of your basketball journey.
My basketball journey. Yeah. Played all the way through high school.
Yeah.
Made varsity my junior year.
Wow.
That's normally the year you make varsity, yeah?
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
Not for everyone.
Only for the elite.
Yeah. Started my senior year.
Ooh. Yeah. What position?
Point guard.
What's your NBA comp if you had to compare your play style?
Probably like TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
Oh.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Pass first. Rarely shoot.
Hustle.
You would pick that guy. Hustler.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely a defensive guy.
That's good.
For the most
So
part.
growing up in Missouri, basketball, is it big? Like what's the culture like out there?
Yeah, it's not bad. Definitely drew some good crowds for being like mid-tier. Playing Porter every other year, so that also brought some
MPJ.
Draw. Yeah, like MPJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So he helped with that.
Yeah.
But
so since you grew up in Missouri, there's clearly no NBA team. So I'm assuming you don't have a fandom, but is there some player that you like?
Yeah, it's true. No NBA teams, but Jason Tatum Jason Tatum's a guy to follow.
Whoa.
He's one of your favorites.
St. Louis boy.
What about
makes sense.
So a lot of your friends in high school and stuff, like, did they have NBA teams that they liked? Was there like a common team that most people liked, or was it like the Lakers, the Knicks?
Yeah, it was like big market, if anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect that you're on this show, and today we are going to assign you an NBA team to be a fan of. And this isn't just for the season. This isn't just for the show. This isn't fake. You are signing up to be a lifelong devoted fan of the NBA team that our wheel lands on. And all the teams we have compiled are small market teams. No big market, no Heat, no Warriors, no Lakers, no Knicks, none of that. We also have taken out all of the teams that we already have on the show. So Christian and I are Kings fans. Scott's a Nuggets fan. Andy is a Cavaliers fan. Those teams are not on this list.
And intern Matt is a Thunder fan. So
that's right.
A lot of our viewers may remember that we've done this before. We just keep finding random guys that are like, I don't have an NBA team, and we're like, hey, don't go with the big market. We got you. We got you taken care of. So I conducted a wheel. It's very scientific. Threw in a bunch of team names, and we're gonna spit it. And whoever it lands on, Ryan's committed to being a fan of this team.
Ryan, there are teams like the Wizards. There are teams like, give me another team.
Memphis, Milwaukee, Indiana.
I'm trying to think of the lame ones. Like, if you land on
Portland.
the Wizards, bro, that is tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to live with yourself.
Yeah, the Pelicans also being the one that I really don't want.
Okay. Who are you hoping for?
Hoping for? We got Minnesota on there, right?
No,
I
forgot them. So, but no.
Yeah.
Who else are you hoping for? You want to be an Ant fan so bad.
I mean, I was
He
just
walked
saying
on-
that
he
that would
walked-
be bad if I was a Minnesota fan right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, you brought up some good points whenever I was just listening, like Rockets.
Ooh.
Big fan of Reed Shepherd.
For the listener that don't know Ryan super well, he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
So he knows what a dynasty looks like.
Right.
He knows what it's like to be a fan of a really good team. It's honest. The best part of being a fan is being a fan for a team that's terrible.
Yeah.
And then they become a championship team. I mean, obviously, like early Kansas City Chiefs days, it was bad.
Olive
But now
Rose. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you put the Spurs on there?
The Spurs are on
Good.
there. Yeah.
We should let him click it.
Yeah.
Like, it's in your hands. Your fate is in your hands.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Spin the wheel. Click it.
Please don't be Pelicans. Please do not be Pelicans.
No way.
What is it?
No way.
Let's go.
What is it?
Landed on the San Antonio Spurs.
What?
Yeah.
We have a Spurs fan.
Wow.
Howie's excited for me.
Dogs crying in the back.
Victor's.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you are a Spurs fan.
That is literally like one of the best teams you could have landed on.
I'm a big Popovich fan too.
Okay.
So I love that. I love the. It does kind of feel like a tradition rich.
Yeah.
Like almost like it could be a big market team.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they definitely had their dynasty for the
Yeah.
longest time. And the fact that you got arguably probably one of the best players to ever play the game
What?
by the end of his career
Hopefully.
with Victor,
Well,
that's going to be fun.
literally, they are the
Oh.
Chiefs of the NBA.
And CP3 that they got.
Yeah?
I love CP3.
You're going to love watching
They are
Harrison
the Chiefs
Barnes.
of the NBA. You just landed on the team that you already love. They are the Chiefs of the NBA. The dynasty team, great coach, and then they have the franchise player. They're just a little bit earlier in the
Who'd they go
timeline.
after in the draft? It wasn't a point guard.
They
Wasn't
got
it a guard?
Stephon Castle from
Right.
UConn.
I like that.
Defensive
I like
guy,
that.
plays 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Wow. I'm coming in at a good time.
Dude,
Yeah. This is a good time to start your Spurs fandom.
you're so spoiled.
I know.
Good for you, man. Victor Wembanyama. That's your guy.
I'm just glad it wasn't the Pelicans. That would have been.
You hate the Pelicans.
I'm sorry. Just
What about the Brotherhood? You're a Duke fan, man. There's
Duke's
Zion
all
on
over
the.
the place, man.
Yeah.
Can you name a Duke fan or a Duke player on the Spurs?
Tyus is on there, is he?
That's Trey.
Oh, sorry, Trey. Yeah.
But
There we go.
Are you gonna get
go.
a Trey Jones jersey before a Victor Wembanyama jersey?
Nah, number 1 looks good on me.
Okay.
You got to get a Wembanyama jersey, bro.
Heck, I might get a Castle jersey.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, see how he does this year.
Yeah.
See-
You got to
see
watch
it-
a couple games first.
See if they keep him around.
Yeah. I'm sure they will, but he's a rookie, so.
At least for a couple years.
So now on the Small Ball Podcast, we have Kings fans, Nuggets, Cavs, Thunder, and now a Spurs fan. So we're gonna make sure to bring you on the show every once in a while to get a Spurs check in.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna watch every game,
Yeah.
probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
Our house has league pass.
Yeah,
Just so you
which
know.
I bought that, so that was.
You didn't
bought
pay for
League
it?
Pass?
Oh no. I guess I didn't, but I would have.
I was
You
gonna say
chipped in?
I
I
would've.
got charged for 1/3 of it. If you also got charged for 1/3, that means Scott's pocketing some
I don't
money.
even think Scott charged me for 1/3 of it.
What did he charge you?
I don't think I never even saw me get charged. Now I need to check to see.
I think he texted and
Yeah, he did charge me.
he
I just
charged
never
you.
pented it.
Yeah, you do that, man.
And
you
their
do that.
throwbacks, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Ryan, I genuinely don't know if you could have landed on a better situation.
yeah. Well,
I'm happy for you.
I appreciate that.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
for you,
stoked.
man.
I'm stoked.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
What an episode. But before we end it, Christian.
Oh,
Yeah. Mount
yeah.
Rushmore.
Oh, yeah. The segment that you wanted to do.
I need it. Our Instagram needs some reels, so
Okay.
that's what we're gonna cook up here. Christian, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let me think of what I'm deciding between two things here: current players or all time.
Current.
Current?
Yeah,
it's
let's
gonna be
do
harder for you. Okay, let me think. Let me think. Let me think.
Why would that be harder for you?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're just so old that you remember the other guys.
NBA's Mount Rushmore of shooters, current NBA players.
Ooh.
Mount Rushmore of shooters, current NBA players. Had to say it twice for the IG.
Steph Curry, number 1.
Easy.
No brainer.
Lock it in.
Give me Damian Lillard, number 2.
Currently not, but his career, yes.
Sure, if you want to. I mean, I'm not.
No, I know
I'm
what
not
you're
betting
saying.
against Dame Dollar.
He's washed, bro.
No, he's not. That is a hot take.
He's washed. Damian Lillard is washed. Let's continue.
Wow.
Did you see last season?
Another segment.
He was terrible.
He was going through a divorce, dude.
Oh,
Off court stuff.
Are you
man.
serious?
Yeah.
Dang.
And he moved to a new city.
I didn't
That's
know
a
that.
lot. That's a lot of life change.
Okay.
You're wild. If we're doing, we have to do career, or are we just doing?
Mount Rushmore of shooters, current NBA players. Those are the rules.
This is wild. But Buddy Hield.
Yeah. There's only one player that's made more threes than Steph in the last 3 seasons. Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
People say you look like him, Christian.
I have been told I look like Buddy Hield.
I'm being serious. Someone came up to
Who
him.
told you that? Because they're lying to you.
Back in college when I was working, there was a high school student that came up to me and said, "Hey, you kind of look like Buddy Hield." And I was like, "Excuse me?" Like he didn't even know I was from Sacramento. So this was just what I don't know if
This is
someone
when Buddy
told
was
him,
on the Kings.
but yeah, no, someone told me and said I have the same mouth as Buddy Hield. I
You have
guess.
the same forehead.
Maybe that's it.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So
I've thought a lot
Pretty two
about that.
physical features.
yeah. So so Buddy Hield's number 3.
For this last one, talk about why you're picking him and then pick him for the real purposes.
Okay.
Quick.
This is a tough one. But shooting isn't just 3-pointers.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's mid-range, right?
Did I say 3-point? I didn't say that. I
You
just,
just said
shooting.
shooters. And so for that reason, I got to pick one of the best mid-range shooters of all time, a guy who can get a bucket whenever. He's unstoppable. He's unguardable. Give me the easy money sniper with Kevin Durant.
Okay, that's good,
I
man.
like that.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're thinking shooters, 3-pointers. No, it's everything.
I really thought you were about to pick the ultimate homer pick and pick DeMar DeRozan there. I was like, there's no way
No,
Christian is doing that.
No, I mean, DeMar, he's probably like the fifth guy.
You're crazy.
But no, yeah, I got to go with Kevin Durant.
Good picks. All right. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Spurs fan.
That's the show, guys. We got a new fan. Super excited to hear all of his updates and what players he absolutely hates, because you're going to hate Harrison Barnes. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's the show. Andy's behind the cameras waving like a big fool. Trevor's sitting here next to me, excited that this show is over so he can go do whatever he wants to do on his Monday afternoon. And I'm Christian Dennis, and that's Ryan Andrews, and we're going to see you later.